Welcome to the 2020 Turkey Day Games. This year is different than any other year in the history of our existence. Typically, CrossFit Novato families celebrate with an annual Thanksgiving Day track walk at San Marin. This year, however, we are taking a different approach. Due to rising COVID cases, we are celebrating a little bit differently. Enter the Turkey Day Games. 4 workouts to be done at your own pace, at home, by the end of the day, Thanksgiving Day. The rules are simple. Grab a family member and have them judge you. Submit your score by 11:59 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day for a chance to win a $40 Visa gift card to spend on Black Friday. That's it. Top RX men and women and scaled men and women will each win a prize. Welcome to event number 1. So event number 1 is going to be our endurance test. It's going to be a 12-minute AMRAP. For RX men and women, you guys are doing 5 burpees, 10 mountain climbers alternating, and 20 lateral hops over an object. For our object, we're going to be using a shoe. At home, you guys can use anything you want as long as it's at least as big as a standard tennis shoe. Sylvie is going to go ahead and demonstrate the movement standards. So first thing we have is the burpee. At the bottom of the burpee, she's going to have her hips and her chest touching the ground. At the top of the burpee, she's going to jump and reach both hands overhead. For the mountain climbers, she's going to go ahead and get in the mountain climber position, and her knee is going to come past the line of her waist. That's the standard. She can come all the way up, or she can just bring her knee past the line of her waist. For the lateral hop over the object, we're looking for a 2-foot jump and a 2-foot landing. Perfect. And those are your standards for the RX men and women, event 1. All right, you guys, so event 1, endurance test for scaled athletes, is going to be 5 sprawls, 10 mountain climbers, and 20 lateral steps over an object. Sylvie's going to go ahead and demonstrate. The standard for the sprawls is at the bottom, we want the hips to line up with their shoulders, and at the top, we're going to jump and reach our hands over our head. For the 10 mountain climbers, the standard is the same as RX. You're looking for the knee to pass the line of the waist on each rep. And for the lateral step overs, you guys are simply going to step both feet over an object. Both feet have to touch on the other side before you can start the next rep. There you have it. Endurance test scaled. Event number 2 is going to be our strength test. As soon as event 1 finishes, you will have your family member judge start a 6-minute running clock to accumulate as much time as you can in either a handstand or a plank. Handstand is going to be the RX version. Scaled version, you guys are going to be doing the plank. Every time you guys break, there will be a 5 sprawl penalty before you're continuing to accumulate more time. Sylvie's going to go ahead and demonstrate the handstand. Alright, so standard for the handstand is going to be that both hands are on the ground only and that the body is fully extended. Go ahead and come down, Sylvie. Next, we're going to demonstrate the scaled version, so standard for the plank. We're going to have hands and feet touching the ground only and the hips in line with the shoulders. Let's go ahead and break. So let's say Sylvie broke because she couldn't hold it for more than 2 minutes. She's next going to demonstrate the penalty sprawl. So she's going to drop into a sprawl, hips in line with shoulders, jump, hands go above her head. So she would do 5 of these before continuing to plank or handstand again, depending on what version she was doing. You guys will record your total time in minutes and seconds inside of SugarWOD. Event number 3 is going to be our body weight test. Event number 3 is for time. RX athletes are going to be doing 21 of each, 15 of each, 9 of each, handstand push-ups, and double bounce air squats. Sylvie's going to go ahead and demonstrate the standards for the handstand push-up. We're looking for the movement to start and end in full lockouts. We're looking for a head to touch the ground at the bottom and arms to be fully locked at the top. Thank you, Sylvie. For the double bounce air squat, we're looking for her hip crease to pass below her knees and 2 bounces in the bottom. Good. Perfect. Alright guys, so event 3, scaled version, is going to be for time as well. 21 of each, 15 of each, 9 of each, push-ups or knee push-ups, and jumping air squats. So for the push-up, Sylvia's going to go ahead and demonstrate. We're looking for the chest and hips to touch the ground at the bottom, and for the arms to be fully extended at the top. You can also do this on your knees. So knee push-up version. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and come up. For the jumping air squat, we're not looking for the hip crease to pass below the knee necessarily. We're looking for you to go to the maximum depth that you can, but at the top, we're looking for both feet to leave the ground. Go ahead and show. Perfect. There's event 3, scaled. Welcome to event number 4. Event number 4 is our mixed modal test. We're going to be doing 3 rounds for time of 3 different movements. RX and scaled are both the same, except for RX is doing V-ups at the end and scaled is doing tuck-ups. So it's going to be 20 reps of an overhead reverse lunge. We're going to be using a shoe. If you guys have a dumbbell at home, you're free to use whatever dumbbell you want, but the standard is to at least use a shoe. Sylvia's going to go ahead and demonstrate. So she's going to have the shoe over her head the whole time. If at any time the shoe lowers past her head, then that would be a no rep. But she's going to go ahead and do a reverse lunge. That is 1, 2. She's going to go for 20 overhead shoe reverse lunges. Once you get done with 20 of those, you're next going to do 20 alternating shoe snatches. So she's going to start with the shoe touching the ground, extend fully overhead, and then switch hands until she gets to 20. Once she gets done with that, she's going to go ahead and do 20 V-ups if she's doing the RX version. For the V-ups, both hands, actually for V-ups and the tuck-ups, your hands have to start touching the ground behind you. On the V-up, you're going to be touching your shoe at the top. And then for the tuck-up, we're looking for the hands to pass your knees at the top. So hands are going to go to the outside, past the knees. Good. And that is the tuck-up for the scaled version. So 3 rounds for time, 20 overhead reverse lunges, 20 alternating snatches, and 20 V-ups or tuck-ups, depending on if you're RX or scaled, with a 10-minute time cap. Thank you guys for participating in the first and hopefully the last at-home 2020 Turkey Day Games. This year is unlike the rest, but hopefully you guys still had a good time and you did the workouts, and now you can go eat that turkey.